Yo, this is Real Bar Talk. DaHoarsemen, real brothers, real conversations, real topics. What's going on, fellas?
What it do?
I'm not, my bad, I'm nonchalant.
I go by exact truth.
Brother JC, if you didn't hear me, after 2-week hiatus, we back.
We back again.
We like to send a shout out to our brother, Magna Carter.
Yeah. What up, Magna?
Can y'all hit those subscribes and they likes, please? Don't make me beg.
but as we was talking about, like them, I don't know what to expect from any of my sports teams. With the Sixers, wake me, like as bro JC eloquently said, wake me when they get out the second round. I mean, with the Eagles, they surprised me last year. They made the playoffs.
I was really surprised, especially after that press conference with the coach. I was like, they hire some motherfucker that looked through a book for coaching for dummies.
Yeah,
because that motherfucker press conference was like, I was like, where the fuck they find this motherfucker at? For real?
No.
Like, he looked like he was scared, everything. Hey man, I'm gonna say this though. A lot of teams made a lot of fucking moves, but the Eagles have improved. Bro, I had to look at their rock. Like, I hate doing that though. I really no. I see you. Nobody wins a game just off their roster, just off the fact that what they line up or they roster. You got to go out in the trenches and play. But they still got a couple. They got a hole at linebacker. And I think they secondary will be all right. They gonna get burnt a couple times, but I think overall they secondary will be all right. But they improved in almost every position, man. They addressed every needed position.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm not mad at what they did, man. I'm just waiting to see it unfold. That's all.
You making a day out of it, huh, brother?
Yes,
JC?
he is. He's playing no games.
Shit, it's Tuesday. I gotta go back to work tomorrow, man. I can't.
He ain't playing no games. He quit school because of recess. No games being played.
What I do like, and I want to comment, man. I don't want to stay on it too long or nothing, but that move, James Harden got a different respect for him from that taking the money thing, because you don't really see our athletes. I don't mean black athletes. I'm saying like athletes from this newer era. Like, this about the bag. It's about just getting the bag, which I understand too. Like, you ain't got as much time. If you can make in your career $400-500 million, I mean, get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. I mean, whatever you can get it, as long as you ain't hurting or killing nobody, get that bread. But I respect that. And I also heard this though. I heard, even though he giving up the extra 15 mil, it ain't gonna help us.
Man, you never know. You can only get what's out there. You can't get what's not out there. You know what I mean? And so what they've done is they did make their bench better. They did make their bench better. I don't know exactly.
You think it's better or deeper? Do you think the bench is better or deeper? Because, you know, to me, it's the difference. The reason why I say, like, you can have depth on your bench, meaning that you can some they're interchangeable pieces, but you don't have a second squad off the bench.
I think they coexist. You know what I mean? But what I will say is, like, when they made the trade for James Harden, they got rid of their bench. You know what I'm saying? So whereas now they kind of addressed it. They still need some pieces. Don't get me wrong, but they seem to have addressed some of the things that they were lacking in the latter part of the year when they did get James Harden. You know what I'm saying? They got pieces. They got defenders and shooters.
I'm back like cook crack.
And so, you know, is that going to put them over the top? I'm not saying yes, but I just think the moves that they did make it made them better than they were in the latter part of the year, in the latter part of the season.
I think one more
They
piece.
still need a backup for Embiid.
I thought they, but no. Who did they? I thought they got a center. I thought they had got some.
Maury said this is it. Doc got to use what he got. Paul Reed and Charles Bassey. I think Hassan Whiteside is out there, but he ain't about nothing.
Okay. I think a new addition that for the Sixers would be, like I said, the dude, what's his name? They twins. They from Philly.
Marquise Morris.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good addition for him for the Sixers.
Me too. I agree with that. Did y'all clap it up for James Harden?
Yeah, he did.
We just talked about it. Like I gave him his props. I said he actually, by him taking that what's name, it gives a different perspective of him because you gave him that thing that he was just about the bag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he dispelled that myth. He said, "Yo, get what we need. I'll take the change." You know.
Right. I respect that.
So hopefully he's getting in shape. Hopefully getting in shape.
Yeah.
Is it, dude? Let me ask this. It really doesn't matter. It really shouldn't matter. It's where it kicks in. You think that it's just the maturity kicked in for him? Like he's looking at it now. He's 30. What is James Harden? 33, 34 years old,
33.
And to complete his career, the championship, you know, he need that because he had the MVP. He had all the other scoring titles. I think are those accolades. He need that to complete, you know, his career.
It will be a nice completion, yeah.
Well, I think I like our off season. I really do.
That's what I was saying, yeah. Absolutely.
We didn't get rid of Maxey, and we still got the Thibault, Tobias, you know, a little thing that's looming because you got PJ Brown coming off the bench, and you got the kid we got Melton coming off the bench. So they're gonna be pushing Thibault and Tobias. I think one of them guys gonna be on the bench, probably Thibault.
Yeah. Who gonna be starting five with the squad they got down? I know the three.
I think the kid Daniel House is gonna start small forward for Danny Green.
Oh, all right. You don't think they're gonna start PJ Tucker?
Nah, I think they're gonna let him back up to Tobias, and then when they trade Tobias, then Tucker go in.
Oh, I forgot all about Tobias.
I would preferably bring PJ off the bench. Just for the reason why I'm saying that, I'd use him for I'd monitor his minutes. Not that he's in bad shape, but I would keep him monitoring his minutes. Like I said, like when if we get out starting five, get a nice little run going, and you see the team, because it's all a game of basketball, nothing but a game of runs anyway. But if you know how we are infamous for giving up like big leads. I'm talking about like 18, 19-point leads, and they just break down for within a quarter's time. Like, you know what I mean? A motherfucker going that much of a run. But I think he should definitely get the minutes, but I just think he should be a motherfucker to come off the bench, like a good 6 man, something like that. He can change the pace of the game.
I forgot all about Tobias. All right, I got it. Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Now hold on. Thibault big thing, because I ain't really see too many games with Thibault. Thibault just don't shoot, right? That's the big issue with him. He Ben Simmons without the skill level. Well, not the Ben level, but we know.
Pretty much. That's a good analysis of him.
Yeah.
Okay.
He plays D. He plays D, and that's it. And sometimes he don't play D.
So it ain't like he a 3 and D. He just an and D.
He just a 1.5 in D. Pause.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because he can't shoot
at all.
I mean, he'll try. At least he'll try to shoot, but that don't make it. He still can't shoot.
Everybody that was in the NBA couldn't shoot, in fact, but they had other assets of their game that enhanced it. Like he has no offense, he does nothing good on offense.
No,
He should be a rim runner.
he should be.
Just get out, and run. Just take off. We're gonna get all that shit.
And they've been, they've been waiting since he got there for him to develop some type of shot, and it has not happened. That's why he was, his name kept coming up on the chopping block because he can't shoot.
But what kind of trade bait are you if you can't shoot?
Nah, but you're no trade bait. That's why he's still here. But he had, and then
a couple people would want to look at him. A couple teams looked at him. They was wanting to throw something in with him in the trade.
Yeah, but it wasn't worth it. They found out it wasn't worth it because he don't like he had a bad playoff. Put it that way. Like if all you do is play D and now you don't play D this past playoff season, then why are you here? You know what I mean?
And then he ain't got the respect from the league, so he fouls out a lot.
Yeah.
So he reaches a lot.
Yeah, he reaches a
He
lot.
got the respect. Some of his players be clean, but he ain't got the respect of the league yet.
Yeah, but sometimes he get beat too, and he wanna try to make up for it because a lot of his steals come from when he get beat, and then he'll pluck them from balls from behind, and he gets steals like that, like not necessarily this season, but like last season I was seeing him get a lot of steals like that, but they wasn't letting that shit go this year. But like you said, he don't have that superstar respect or whatever.
From y'all watching this game, like I said, I've watched bare minimum of it. Can he lock anybody down, in y'all opinion? From what y'all seen, does he have let me say, does he have, not that he showed y'all, does he have the capabilities of locking anyone down? If you put a matchup with him, if he had a matchup against, could you put him up against a good number one or number two and trust his defense for a game? I guess that's the best question for it.
I don't know. He gets into foul trouble, so once he gets into foul trouble,
that's referee shit because it's a motherfucker that played for the Heat, a young boy. I think he got hurt. He was hustling his ass off. Like I watched one of the Heat games earlier in the season. He was hustling his ass off, and they was just giving the nigga calls, bro. Like, cause he like y'all said, he ain't got no name for himself. But I forgot who they was playing. Miami was playing somebody, and this young boy was D'ing balls. He was D'ing this dude up, bro. Who was he playing? It'll come back to me, but he was playing this cat, and every time he was messing the dude dribble up. I think it was KD. I think it was KD. It was somebody that of some stature. He just started looking, the motherfuckers started looking at the referee, and they just start calling fouls on the dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was great. It was good. It was aggressive, but it was good defense. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing about it now, it's such a heavy offensively oriented league now that you really can't play defense. You know what I mean? They really don't.
I seen PJ, yeah, that's true. Even though PJ Brown and Marcus Smart are better defenders,
they don't allow you the freedom to really play defense. You know what I'm saying? Like what they'll do is if somebody falls, oh, he must have got fouled. No, he tripped over his own feet. You know what I mean? That's not a foul. But they so in tune with, oh, he fell, so that got to be a foul. They're not really looking at it like for what it is. Oh, he smacked the ball out of his hand. He had to hit his hand. What was it back in the day? Yeah,
last man touched the ball.
No, the ball is part of your hand.
Part of your hand, yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? So, but like everything is offensive oriented now. Football, basketball. Like I said, those things.
Baseball, the home run,
everything. Yeah. Like, offense is what puts people in the seats. Like I said, people really don't want to come watch somebody play defense all day for the most part. And so what they've done is they've elevated. That's why you see all these NBA games, 100-something to 100-something. Remember back in the 90s, that should be 90 to 80-something and shit.
Yup.
I mean, it's a different league now all the way around. So, you know, I get it. But I'm just like you said, Thibault, he don't really. I think if they allowed him to play defense like they do PJ Tucker and Marcus Smart, I think he could be just as good as them. But they don't allow that.
And I'm not crazy about Marcus Smart's game, but he actually added things to his game. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not crazy about his game. It's effective, but I'm not, you just have some people games that
Well, he can shoot though. He can shoot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He added that into his game. That's what I'm saying.
And Thibault has not.
How do you, this is what I don't understand too. This is with anybody too. You get put into the league. And granted, now abilities are abilities and there's limitations to everyone. But you get put into the league. I'm gonna switch up speeds now. And I don't know if he's doing this, but I know that they had mentioned about this before. Lamar Jackson, I think he's, he's no Michael Vick or nothing, but he's a talent. He's definitely a talent. They get on him about pocket passing sometimes. So, that's what they do a lot of times. I mean, whatever you're effective at. My thing is just accuracy. I don't give a fuck where you at on the field. If you can put the ball, lead a motherfucker where they're supposed to be, or put the motherfucker, drop some dots on these motherfuckers, that's all the more. I just think that he should work on his accuracy more. And that's it. Like, I would do, you already fast as shit. You didn't want to run the thing because you didn't have to. You already fast. Like, nobody needs to test your speed. They know you're already on record. But to make him more accurate for himself, not for commentators and none of that. Like, I think he literally probably be one of the most dynamic quarterbacks. It's like they give Patrick Mahomes his credit, but he faster than Patrick Mahomes.
Oh yeah,
Patrick Mahomes do have a strong arm and he is creative in the pocket, but Lamar a problem, man.
Yeah, the difference is coaching though.
Yeah, absolutely.
See, if Lamar was an Andy Reid, he'd be a better pocket passer. So the dude that he got is a run. The same dude that he had is the same guy that was at San Francisco with Kaepernick.
No. That's not the same Harbaugh. That's not the same.
No. I'm talking about the OC.
Oh, you talking about the offensive coordinator?
Yeah, I think he just went to the Giants, Martindale, something like that.
Yeah, you can't because what they say, a mobile quarterback. This is the only thing. It's not rocket science. Nonchalance have been saying this shit for years. Football, a lot of X's and O's. You can put a different play in. You can draw something up, something different. But it's X's and O's, man. It's like it's personnel against personnel, and if you don't have that personnel in that position, there's a way around certain things. You know what I mean? I just don't understand. Like, get better. Like your career is not. You're not there for long. So maximize everything that you got. Like you hear y'all. I'm jumping around sports, but y'all hear how much Maxie been in the gym? Like,
yeah.
It's like it's the season for him. This brother is like they said that when he first came back, one of the first things that he's been working on, and he's consistently put it into his regiments, was contact finishing at the rim, around the rim, away from the rim, even if you get in contact. Like, I respect that, bro. Like, I don't know, man. It just seems like those are the motherfuckers that take their games and themselves to another level.
He has a passion for the game. Maxie does that is rare for a young player, because he broke it down. They got to kick him out the gym. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, he broke it down. He said, "Look, it's all about me. Every day I got to at least get 1% better. That's what's up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like if you look at Mahomes, I think one of the things. No, what's my man's name from the I think what stunted Lamar Jackson, I think it is coaching, but I think he got hurt this year. He was hurt a lot, so he couldn't really. Because I think he was also wanting to get better as being passing down, you know, a more accurate passer. He was getting from year to year, I believe, he was getting better. And then last season, or even the season before, I don't know if it was a continuation, but he had a lot of injuries, and so you really couldn't see where he was getting better at. And like with Mahomes actually throws better when the play breaks down.
Breaks down. Yep. That's what I was saying.
He's not really a pocket passer either. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed. 100% agree with that.
He throws better when the play breaks down, but I think you hit it on the head, bro. JC is, I believe, is coaching.
Andy Reid.
Yeah, it's coaching.
You had Andy Reid. He make quarterbacks and he make running backs.
Yeah, and that's it.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
And he make
he took some no-name running backs and made them stars, yo.
I mean,
when you think about what they were drafting,
he had some that was nice too.
Yeah, but you know, Brian Westbrook was a 5th-round draft pick.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he was the man, yo. He was nice.
Listen, my thing, everybody be like, "Oh man, y'all ran Andy out of Philly and then he got a championship." I just felt like it was just time for a change. I'm being honest with you. I didn't like. My problem with Andy Reid was screen right, screen left.
Yeah.
You know, but that's that West Coast offense. They throw
everybody in the stadium knew it was coming. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
he was a very bad game manager or time manager.
I mean, hey, listen, even still to today, he's still,
even to this day,
even to today, he's still a bad time management motherfucker, man.
Yeah, he sucks at that, and he's not a good in-game type of
strategist.
Yeah, he's not an in-game, like, you know, you got a game before you start playing, and then when you get in there, sometimes you got to adjust. He never wanted to adjust, bro. You know what I'm saying?
He said when he was in Philly, he said, and I don't quote me on the exact number, but between the first 20 to 30 plays is all scripted. No matter what the defense showed him, if the defense came out in different things, he was going to run those 30 plays before he made an adjustment.
That doesn't make sense.
That's not a recipe for success.
Nah, it's not.
Even though he got the 4 straight NFC championships and 1 Super Bowl.
But listen to that though. Like you got the 3 straight NFC championships, right? And you only got to the Super Bowl and won and lost. That means you're a loser. Ultimately, I'm not talking about like, okay, well, how you say it, brother? Exact. When you go to the party and somebody leave with your girl type shit.
You're a loser.
You went to the prom. Went to the prom and the motherfucker left with your chick.
Yeah, that was Andy Reid before, but once he got to the Chiefs, I think they were able to overcome his mistakes.
I think this is something else. This is something that I didn't want to pay attention to, and we don't be giving a fuck about it, to be honest with you. I think Andy had to go to, man, because the Philadelphia area was fucking up his kids, man.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that, you know what I mean? Like, he lost one of his kids, and then the other one got jammed up in something still, but, you know what I mean? Like, them motherfuckers was always in some shit out. This motherfucker,
yeah,
always.
True. That's true.
You know what I mean? And regardless if you're a coach or not, man, that's the job. You still got family, man, too. You know what I'm saying?
But, you know.
So, I
think the difference, Nonchalant, is Mahomes is better than McNabb, and that might be blasphemy in the Philly area.
No, that's not. Bro.
I mean,
I don't think it like that.
And I love McNabb and the fast guy, man, D-Jax. I mean, hey, they beat up on us. So I got mad respect. I think I got more respect for McNabb than a lot of people. But I just think that's the only difference, yo.
Let me ask you a question.
I like McNabb. I like McNabb, but McNabb was a hater, bro.
Yeah, that's true. But let me ask you a question. Did Mahomes have better talent on offense than McNabb? I'm not talking about when old boy came from San Francisco and all that. I ain't talking about.
I was about to say that because I
ain't
think
talking about T.O.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember, McNabb was going to the Pro Bowl with Todd Stinkston and James Trash.
I knew you was gonna say that.
No, listen,
he was going to Pro Bowl and NFC championships with them. Like, who did they have? They had Chad. They had a broken down like Chad Lewis, and the dude that came from what's his name? The tight end that came from the Giants. They came from the Giants. He was good with the Giants.
I thought Chad Lewis played tight end.
Yeah, but he had him. He had Spagnuolo, or whatever his name was. They used to play for the Giants. I can't remember his name, but
your defense I think your defense is better than Kansas City defense.
That's what always saved the Eagles.
Yeah,
was their defense. You know what I mean? McNabb really not until T.O. got there. He never had a number one receiver. You know what I'm saying? But he still was putting up numbers. The offensive line was it the top offensive line? I don't know. But I'm just saying he was always, like, for a long time, McNabb was put in a position that whereas he had to do everything. The Joker broke his leg his rookie year because he had to do everything. He had all the major injuries that Carson Wentz had before Carson Wentz.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Who do you like, McNabb or Randall Cunningham?
I think
Randall. I think I like Randall. Better wise, McNabb put up better, but he has the Eagles records for passing and shit like that right there. So I give him. But I personally like Randall better.
Yeah, I personally like Randall better, but and this is the reason I think Randall knew who he was more so than McNabb. What do I mean by that? McNabb wanted to be a drop back pocket passer.
Yes.
You were never that, bro. And he tried to be that. And I think psychologically it fucked him up. You know what I mean? Because he kept trying to be that whatever drop back passer. You were never that. So when you
I don't think he had timing. I think his timing was bad. That's why he threw so many passes in the ground. Because if you notice, it was it's timing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you notice they say 3 steps, 5 steps drops. That's all timing.
I know it's gonna sound like I'm making excuses for him, but bro, he had a broken leg, broken ankle, torn ACL. You're gonna throw a lot of shit in the dirt with that because passing is
and I got a good one for you, Nonchalant.
Passing, like shooting, comes from your legs, right?
Yeah, throwing this from your legs.
As well as shooting. That's all legs. You know what I'm saying? And early in his career, his shit got fucked up.
So guess who the modern day Donovan McNabb is?
No, don't do it.
You already know who it is.
Who?
Prescott. It's the modern day McNabb, y'all.
I think McNabb better than Prescott, though.
He is better because he has a better playoff resume.
Let me make a comment about Prescott. I would have rather had Prescott at one time over Wentz. I still would have took him over Wentz regardless. See? That's who I want. That's who I wanted, like in the draft that year. This is my thing with Prescott. It's little tweaking of his game. It's tweaking of his game. And this is where I'm going to be out of pocket because I'm in his pocket. I think the motherfucker shouldn't have been trying to get no max deal from the rip. I think he should have played himself into his contract. I think he kind of got his contract because y'all had nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
shout out to that brother for getting.
He got his money, but he got complete. I think that his game won't elevate because Dallas didn't have nobody. He didn't have to look over his shoulder. You understand what I'm saying? And he don't have to look over his shoulder.
Run that Jay-Z line, overcharging people for what they did to the Cold Crush. He was a 5th round, basically a 5th round pick. He was getting paid peanuts for his first 4 years. And he said, yo, pay me now. Y'all ain't paid me shit for the first 4 years. Now you got to pay me. You got to pay me what you owe me.
Any franchise quarterback deserves it. What I was saying is, if he with the work ethic, his mentality
Didn't they
was
play Zeke instead of him?
they
Yes.
paid Zeke first.
That was the
They paid
mistake.
Zeke first.
That was the mistake.
Yep, because Zeke held out after year 3. Zeke held out.
Yeah, that was the mistake. They should have paid Prescott before they paid Zeke.
But he was gonna get, in my opinion, too. This is another thing. I'm not knocking him. He was getting peanuts, but salary base. He's supposed. No, please. I ain't on my. I'm definitely not on the Jason Woodlock. I'm just looking at what's out there and what he is. I'm not comparing him to no fucking Tom Brady, none of that shit. I just think that he's like a $25 million quarterback a year. I don't think he deserves more than $30 million like, from his game play.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but I'm just saying for the most part, they always pay the quarterback. But why they not now?
I just believe in certain things.
They always play, they usually, not always, they usually pay the quarterback before they pay the running back, because the running back's NFL life is what, 3 years maybe, where he had the top of his game.
Yeah, he set the standard, fellas. Zeke set the standards. Now everybody's holding out at the 3rd year. Look at the Debo. It's like that 3rd year. They're like, nah. Especially if you're not a 1st round pick, they're like, nah.
But once he got paid, what did he do?
Nothing.
His stock went down.
He been going down every year since 2016.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing. This is the thing too, man. I'm going to take up for any motherfucking running back. I ain't played football past high school, and I might got motherfucking arthritis in my knees. And like I said, I ain't played football like contact sports. I'm like, we do some recreational once in a blue moon, but physically, since when your body break down, and these motherfuckers like medical care. We getting older. Medical care costs, man. Like as a running back, I would be playing literally for my future bills that I know I'm gonna have. Because I know, man, now for a fact, like when motherfuckers be talking about the ailments that they got and all this other stuff, bro, it's real. And then you're going against professionals, full contact. Man, them hits that you rubbed off or you waved off back in the day, them motherfuckers, you feeling them 20 years later in your bones.
What about the linemen, the offensive linemen who get hit on every play?
Every fucking play.
You know what I'm saying?
They really need to be, but some linemen get paid. Some it's not as many, but some linemen.
That's what I'm saying. It's not the natural. It's not the usual thing. That's what I'm saying. Like the usual thing, and I understand. I'm agreeing with what you're saying, but the usual thing is they pay the quarterback before the running back because of the exact reason you just said. Running backs don't get hurt. Point blank.
How many Super Bowl teams? How many teams won Super Bowls and their quarterback was really trash? It was their defense.
Oh yeah. You definitely got to have defense. Dan Marino ain't win one because his defense was always trash.
Do y'all feel like he deserved one?
I mean, he put up the numbers.
That motherfucker Paul's had a gut.
Yeah.
Dan Marino, his fucking release was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
His release was crazy.
What?
Nonchalant. Before we transition to anything different, I want to piggyback or go back to the McNabb Prescott. I think I really feel Prescott first year he ran more, and he just wanted to try to be a pocket passer. That's why I compared him to McNabb. Instead of using your strengths, you trying to now be this pocket passer to prove to everyone I could throw from the pocket. Then you throwing the ball over Joker's heads. Come on, man.
Let me ask a couple.
I see that. I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Let me pose a couple things.
You're not that guy, yo. You was better when Zeke was in 2016 when Zeke was toting the rock 25 to 30 times.
Oh yeah.
Let me ask you a question, brother JC. Well, it's for the masses, but I want to pose a question. Period. You're a coach, so is it easier for you to prepare? You said that you do the O-line, but when y'all come up with y'all schemes, y'all playing against a quarterback, is it easier for y'all to prepare for a pocket passer or for a mobile quarterback?
A pocket passer.
Okay. So with us, when brothers get to the point, no matter when we change the game and we stretch the game, it always got to bring us to pocket, sitting in the pocket. But no matter what level you coaching, you broke. It's to say it's X's and O's. It's easier to all you got to do then is set up your defense and put pressure. You can send blitz schemes. You can fucking drop motherfuckers in coverage and don't give him nowhere to go, and then just cover his passing lanes. Whereas though you can swat the ball down. It's different means of doing it. But if a person is set and they start to play and the play changes from where it started from, and then you got people open and you got people moving in different directions. Come on, man. It makes
it's hard
the
to
game
plan
harder.
for a mobile quarterback, man.
So why is it that it's always our quarterbacks that got to go?
We're fighting the stereotype.
Man, fuck the
Fighting
stereotype.
the stereotype.
Motherfuckers better be on their Willie Bean.
They're trying to prove themselves. They're trying to prove themselves because like we want to live in a white man's world. So the white man says, oh, be a pocket passer. How about if you could do both?
Right.
Because look what they do now. Because the white quarterbacks that come up that can run, oh, they just start going gaga over them.
Oh yeah,
Josh Allen, the
Yes.
quarterback. Yep. Don't get me wrong about thinking. Josh Allen got an arm. Josh Allen got an arm.
But he's very inaccurate. He's very inaccurate.
He's inaccurate.
But they will never talk about him being inaccurate. They'll talk about, you see how mobile he is?
Yep.
You see what I mean?
He is not accurate.
Not accurate at all. All they talk about, oh, he's so mobile. Oh, his arm is so strong. But
oh no, the other thing is what they'll say is, oh, you see when the play broke down, how creative he was. You see how creative he was and used his mind and got out of it. They do that all the time.
The same thing that we've been doing same thing Warren Moon did. Same thing Randall Cunningham did.
Yep.
That's why I asked the comparison between Randall and McNabb. Randall gonna get that first.
Yeah.
Randall ain't trying to prove something. Randall trying to move them chains. Same thing about Dante Culpepper. He's gonna run that ball if he has to.
Yep. And Dante had a little bit of girth on him. You know what I'm saying? He still ran the ball. He still ran the ball. I mean, if a play breaks down, man, you should be able to do something. I'll save my last comment for another time. But let's move on to the next subject, man. It ain't no.
Hey, man, that was real good. I mean, for a late arrival, we went at it 40 minutes. I went to the LQ. I was sweaty. I changed. I'm locked and loaded now.
What you got?
You know I got my same old, my Tennessee fire. That damn Uncle Nearest be breaking me, yo.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now I was saying what you got as far as what's the next topic we gonna move to, fellas?
Yo, not to be all over the place. This might be Freestyle Tuesday.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
When I watched the Jason Whitlock piece today.
We was talking about that too.
Yeah, that Black Lives Matter, like and I feel like we already talked about it. How long ago did we talk about it?
A while ago.
I thought about what we put, like, does it really matter?
My thing is like I put in the chat, Jason Whitlock is another one of them cats like the other dude, but he's like a sloppier version. I'm using your words, brother Exact. So he always, like what they don't do, other races or what have you that talk sports, I believe we do it the most, where we talk more, like we talk bad about each other more than anybody else, whereas other races don't do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll have minimal good stuff, but then we'll override it with all this negativity and stuff like that. And like, I'm just like, I'm not saying that what he was speaking on, that he didn't have a point, but where is this coming from? Because all this other stuff that's been going on and what, you know, Buffalo, before Buffalo, these people coming into these communities, you know what I'm saying? And they don't have a scratch on them. And but with, you know, the dude Whitlock, he want to talk about, oh, in my opinion, what he's saying is that the black dude deserved what he got. That's what it seemed like he's saying to me. But okay, if that's what you saying, what about Why these other people ain't get that either? That's all I'm saying. It's always different when the people of a different persuasion are doing things. It's always a difference. You know what I mean? A different set of rules, I'll say. When it's people from a different persuasion come into a place where we are and do certain things and murder people, they get to leave out there without a scratch. Cops don't do nothing to them. You know what I mean? But now it's just like Jason Whitlock is like, oh, well, did you see what he did? He deserved that. That's why I was like, well, okay. I ain't heard your rallying cry for these other places. You know what I'm saying? I ain't hearing no rallying cry for Buffalo. I ain't hearing no rallying cry for before that. I can't remember where it was, North Carolina, wherever it was, where we're heavily populated, and somebody of a different persuasion comes and do what they want to do, and they leave scot-free. You know what I mean? Don't nothing happen to them. I ain't never heard Jason Whitlock say, because I already know the agenda. It's quite the agenda. You know what I'm saying? To where they point and go, oh, how come he didn't get the same thing that this person got? You feel what I'm saying? That's what I feel as though he was saying. Like, oh,
I think Jason Whitlock is using his nephew as credibility. So you know how somebody would be like, they use their credentials to affirm what they're saying rather than the public confirm what they're saying.
Who's his nephew?
His nephew got killed by cops. So every time he starts, he's always said, I can relate to this because my nephew was murdered by police. So like, but he's not on board with defunding the police. He's just saying he recognizes it's an issue and he wants to point out that the Black Lives Matter movement was fluff. Like, and I agree with him on that note.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he didn't have a point. My point is why he don't keep it a buck 360, meaning there's other people that do the same thing that come around and terrorize our neighborhoods, right? That don't look like us. And don't nothing happen. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never hear him go, yo, they should have did something to him the way they did something to this dude over here. Because you know why? It's always easy to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's always easy to talk about yourself or people that look like you because you know it ain't no clapback. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no real clapback. But now when you go and start talking about other folks that, you know, it is what it is. It ain't got no words.
My comment is this. God rest in peace, or I mean, rest in peace to his nephew or whatever. But if your nephew and you didn't agree on your viewpoints, and you using that as and you making money off your nephew's death, using that as a platform to solidify the dumb shit that you say.
Yeah. Woo!
It don't have nothing to do with and Nonchalant says this all the time. There can be two truths. You also have to be cautious of the deliverer of the truth to you.
Yeah.
Because their whole image and everything about them is a lie. I mean, I heard this motherfucker be out of pocket and talk about what LeBron does. Listen, talk about the man not making shots sometimes or doing certain things. But when it comes to work off the court, shut the fuck up, because ain't nobody really, and I don't care what his faith belief is, whatever. The man puts in his work. He does stuff for his people. Does he do something every fucking time? No, I mean, who can do something all the time? But I just feel like certain people, man, just because you black, you don't represent us.
Factual. That's a factory right there. That's a factory. Him included. All skin folk ain't kin folk.
And one last comment. I ain't really seen too many black people that was on Fox that was super credible. I'm not saying there's none, but you're on Fox TV, man. Come on, man. It's propaganda network.
Oh yeah, that's all it is. What he does is, man, he finds situations that's safe for him to talk about. he's not controversial at all. You know what I'm saying? He
I
finds
love that. Peak game. Peak game,
that,
brother nonchalant. Peak game.
That's safe right there. That's safe to say that whatever institution that you feel as though are not really for the people, you know what I mean? It's easy to talk about them because you know the clapback you're gonna get back from that. It's gonna be like it's gonna be a soft clapback. You're not gonna really talk. You ain't really bringing it to nobody, bro. You're not really you're not breaking new. He not breaking new ground. He not talking about nothing that's deep. He's not that type of guy. You know what I'm saying? But he wants to sound like, oh, you hear what he said? You know what I mean? I'm like you just said, bro, JC. We talked about that how long ago?
Yo, that was a minute ago.
It was a minute ago. And now
he's trying to use the energy, he's trying to use the talking points from other people.
Yeah.
Or other issues.
He ride a lot of coattails. He try to make, what he does is he tries to make it seem to the untrained brain, the untrained eye, or the untrained ear. He tries to make it seem like he's saying something so prophetic and proficient. You know what I mean? He tried to make it seem like, oh, yo, but to an untrained eye, untrained ear, and an untrained brain, you're gonna be like, yo, you hear what he said? You know what I mean? But that's like, come on, man. What did he really say? Okay. What did he say? Like, all right. You know what I'm saying? So, but he been doing that. He been doing that. You know what I'm saying?
I think I would have received the message a lot better if it came from another source.
Absolutely.
And you know what I used it as?
Somebody more credible.
I use it as, wow, we talked about something 3 months ago, and now he's trying to make a big deal about it today.
Right.
He worked for Fox, though. Like, I mean, no matter what your political affiliation is, it's like, you're gonna get propaganda. That's the mission.
That is the
mission.
Mission.
It's hard to put the genie back in the bottle. Like, yo, you already declared.
Yeah.
Like, how many brothers deal with Fox? You was on that side. You got to stay on that side. Don't try to come home now.
Right.
So in that regard, I just was like, wow. Now he could get up here and get 40,000 views on a subject that we touched on 3 months ago.
Right.
He's been in the media for a period of time too. Like you said, when you get a platform, man, like I'm starting to see all kinds of different people being on media outlets and stuff like that. Like this is the new way to get in touch with what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So
when he worked for the man, he couldn't talk though.
He still does. Don't you mean?
Yeah, he trying to get back. He trying to make it seem like, oh, I can do what I want now. Nah. You was doing what Master Tay do.
And now you want to make it seem
now
like
you want to come home.
Yeah.
So he gonna use us because we could be used. We are easily used.
Absolutely, every day.
Well, there's a large black following for Fox. So he's meant to be there for that crowd. You have to, no matter who they are, whether they fuck with us or not, they have to
have a bottom line, which is numbers.
With numbers, and they got to appeal to as many demographics as they can.
Yeah. Or all you have to do is have a following. Because your following is gonna follow you. You know what I mean? They're gonna follow you no matter what. Oh, where he went? Oh, he over there.
But I knew that Black Lives Matter. That's all we was trying to pull people coattail to it. Like, I hate to look at it this way. However, Brother Umar do the same thing as BLM. But Brother Umar gonna get a bunch of backlash. Right. But we gonna brace them sisters though.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference?
Mm.
No one said Brother Umar got a mansion. No one ever said that.
Right. But they always try to say, well, where's the school at? He getting all this money. Where's the school at? They always try to bash him for that.
But nobody questioned Black Lives Matters. and they still ain't questioning it. To be honest,
right?
Yeah. I'm gonna say something. A lot of people get mad about this. This is on that political shit. There's a man. His name is George Soros.
Yeah.
George Soros backs a lot of organizations around the world. And it seems like those organizations pick out who they want to pay. Those people get paid. And then it's always some kind of fighting, looting, rioting stuff that goes around on those organizations that he's a part of. One of the main reasons why people say, God bless.
Thank you.
One of the things that I steer away from it when we talk about the Black Lives Matter thing is because it seems like it's about a lifestyle more than it was about a people. You know what I'm saying? That was one of them that I didn't really want to be bothered with. And other things, when you seen, and it was caught on camera, it wasn't always us that was doing these riots and shit.
Right. True indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
True indeed.
Like when them back tapes come out, and a black woman, I think that was in Philadelphia, that was telling them when she caught them others out there laying bricks out, or giving bricks out and stuff like that. She was like, "Don't put them there. What are you doing?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she pulled their car. Then they had another motherfucker that was running around breaking shit and like basically telling motherfuckers they should go in the stores and shit like that. They caught him on camera. So that's why, like, when they say that whole movement, I'll be like, I don't take it personally. Black Lives Matter, of course, but what it's supposed to stand for and what it stands for is like 8-9 different things. So I don't get offended when somebody says the Black Lives Matter thing. What we touched on it.
Right.
Pause.
And we waiting for, Whitlock and anybody else that's trying to come up and take other people's talking points. That's why you gotta like, share, and subscribe to Real Bar Talk with the Horsemen.
Right.
Absolutely.
We deep with it. We in the deep end of the pool.
Absolutely.
What else we got, fellas?
It's freestyle.
Yo, how long we been away, man? Like, damn.
2 weeks.
Damn. Yo, and I was like, I hope the homies wait for me, please. Cause I left my phone in the car because I wanted to be attentive. I ain't know we was gonna hook up with these cats, man, from Irvington, man. But it only took about 4 plays for the punches to be thrown, yo.
Wow.
It ain't take long,
And you know that the heat ain't help.
The heat ain't help. The heat make you mad anyway.
Yeah.
But you ready to hit somebody else anyway.
Yep. Back to Mundo.
But, let's talk about, man, because it's like 7:30 almost. Let's get to the elephant in the room. What's up with Flex, man? Like, we gotta elaborate on him. We got him.
Thumbs down.
Play Pete Rock out. And the more what he was saying about Pete Rock only confirms what the machine was saying. Why are you kicking a man that's already down? Hold on.
Let me ask you a question. How is Pete Rock down?
That's what I was about to say.
How's Pete Rock down?
That's a misconception.
Is it because he's not?
That's his perception. That's his perception.
But that's his
No,
perception.
that's why I'm posing it. Not to you, brother JC. How is Pete Rock down?
That's the question that I would love to ask Flex. Because the things that he brought up is like, if you get caught in the wrong hook, anybody could get got.
Yeah.
You talking about Pete Rock didn't write his own rhymes, Flex. I never knew you was a spitter.
Right.
So what are you talking about?
What DJ what DJ that is what producer, well-renowned, one of the best to ever do it, don't write they like that are known for being a producer / DJ for 30 plus years, doing it at the top level, legendary. Who don't write their rhymes?
Flex ain't nothing but a modern day Wendy Williams, yo. You got a little information.
But that's that whole.
You
That's
got a
that
little.
whole
You got a
thing.
little. You got a little information, and so you can win the argument. You want to win this argument. You got it, Flex. You want an argument because you have the microphone.
Right.
Because you're relevant right now, so you could kick a legend. Flex, you're not a legend. To me, you're not a legend.
That's what I'm saying.
You're not a legend to me.
Hold on. This is, well, I ain't mean to cut you too on that. I feel like this. Flex is legendary. He
had a run. Let's say that.
It's not, he
had a run.
Flex literally, in my opinion, and I'm no fan of his, Flex kept New York music relevant for a period of time. For at least 10 to 15 years. Like I don't like him. Don't get me wrong. I just trying to give him some credit.
I'm gonna just say it like this.
Mount Rushmore, nonchalant. 1 second. If I had to put 4 music DJs, 4. He's not on my Mount Rushmore as far as DJs.
He's not the best DJ. He's not. I didn't say he was the best.
Whatever
DJ
he do on the radio, whatever he's known for, he's not on my Mount Rushmore for anything. You want to call him a producer, a radio personality? You're not.
I'll say radio personality. That's what I'll say.
That's what okay.
Now, shall I finish your statement? My bad. My bad though.
Nah, I'm just saying. Like you said, he kept New York hip hop, East Coast, whatever, relevant for however many years. He kept it relevant when it was easy to keep it relevant.
Yes.
And I think that's what.
Yes.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? It was easy to do that. Now, that's why I said, dog, you born and raised in the culture.
Yes.
They're doing whatever this is, like I said, DJ Funk Flex. So I'm gonna say what his name says. But he's like, to me, he seems like more of a radio personality. But now, I don't even know necessarily his rebuttal to the argument, but what I will say to that is I'm not surprised, because didn't Nas have the same shit like 20 years ago when he was dissing Hot 97?
Mm-hmm.
It was the same thing. You know what I mean? That the corporations run was played on the radio, not the streets. You know what I'm saying? And so you would think that somebody that has been up there that long would have some type of say so. And he doesn't.
When Nas is saying hip hop is dead, that's because of guys like Flex.
No, but listen to that argument. Everything, his talking points on there was almost rebuttal to what Conway and Griselda and them is saying. Whereas, all right, they doing this. He was like, yo, this is hip hop, y'all. This is ran by the streets. Y'all letting corporations come in and take this over and dictate to y'all what hip hop is. And that's basically the same thing they was saying.
And big up to Nas first and foremost, because he was the first one to say it. And then Dame Dash destroyed him.
Yes, he did.
When he broke down in this some of the same things that what you were saying, Nonchalant. We are in the business of evolving. Don't get me wrong. Flexton ate. Flexton had the starting deal. He had the lugs deal. He had a lot of. That was a business and marketing situation that make lucrative lifestyles for you. But how old is Flex?
He's at least 50.
He's over 50 because he's older than me. So I think Flex might be 55 or older right now.
Yeah, I was giving the benefit of doubt.
You're still making your appeal to kids.
Right.
Your appeal is to kids. Like you're doing kid shit as a grown man.
Right.
Pete Rock is legendary. Pete Rock, whether he makes it or not, because the standards of Hall of Fame rock and roll, Pete Rock, motherfucker Dr. Dre, DJ Premier, Marley Marl, they belong in the Hall of Fame. They may never see that. So, in my opinion, punk ass Flex, because all you gotta do is play one of my favorite motherfucking albums is Mecca and the Soul Brother and the Main Ingredient, and you hear him sucking cock on that motherfucker, no pause, because he's a cocksucker when it comes to shit like that. He on there talking about, yo, ain't nothing like running this, that, and the third, and then switch up the whole party and I could throw on reminisce. You dick riding this nigga, you dick ride fucking Nas, you dick ride motherfucking Rockefeller when they was in there, and then to make yourself relevant, you deflect. You an old ass motherfucking man, probably on some motherfucking Viagra trying to fuck these little young broads and make yourself relevant.
And that's why you're playing
don't do what
that
kids
young
do.
shit.
Word.
And that's
Word.
why he's playing that young shit, because you made it through the essence of hip hop. You played Puffy in the ground. Hot 97, Puff Daddy, when they killed the airwaves. So now all of a sudden you want to switch it up because you're saying this, oh no, your responsibility is to teach the youth. And teach the youth, this is real hip hop. But you got to keep getting that paycheck.
But that's what I think. Flex is what you say he's responsible for the youth. Flex is responsible.
We all are responsible for teaching the youth the origin of hip hop.
We should be. But what happens is when your eye is on the check, that's what you are, that's what your bottom line is. You know what I mean? And so
yo,
go ahead. No.
Yo, you know he shit on Flash. He just shit on the majority of the Bronx legendary DJs. This is what this motherfucker does.
Exactly. That's my point.
That's why I'm offended by it.
Right.
See, to make yourself relevant, whether the youth know who any of these people is. Somebody told me or somebody said something. I'm on IG a lot. They were asking about pioneers of hip hop, and some of these young people have no idea who these pioneers are. How do you shit? Reminisce is one of the most popular. It could literally probably be the most popular hip hop song in history. Think about it. Like this shit's been played for 30 plus years continuously. It's summertime. They always gonna play that shit.
Yeah.
And you this motherfucker, you've been on the radio just as long as this motherfucker. You don't give this man his flowers right here. You're gonna talk about he didn't write his rhymes.
But to me, that sounds so crazy to say. Like it would be offensive if you was like, yo, your beats were whack. Then you know what I mean? But to say CL Smooth that Pete Rock don't write his rhymes, yo, he's a producer. Come on, man. What are we talking about? Like you said, he deflects from what is really the talking points. He deflects. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, he's 50-something years old. And if you are about it like hip hop as a culture, like you say, he ain't supposed to be going about it like this, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be. You never shit on the foundation. He's shitting on Flash. You never shit on the foundation, bro. Pete Rock and all of them, that's part of the foundation.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You don't shit on them. You know what I mean? But when you do,
hold up. Damn, my bad. Now you got finished. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying when you do that, it shows you, like I said, the conversation is always, since like I said, I don't know before Nas or whatever, somebody really going at it like that, but this is 20 years in. He's been doing this. And to me, like I said, he's getting paid for it. So that's his bottom line. He don't care about like schooling a youth on, this is what it really is. He's concentrating on getting to the bottom line, and that's, he getting his math on. He getting that math. You know what I mean?
So that's why I said you don't get no points for kicking a man when he's down. Not that Pete Rock is down, but he's not like relevant right now. It's up to us.
So who is not relevant?
No,
that's
let me say this.
Verses. That's why I like the verses in the beginning. The verses in the beginning, we was recognizing.
Everybody don't read credits no more. We didn't got to the point that now we don't even read credits.
That's what I'm saying.
You know that Ball So Hard, Pete Rock was responsible for, he was on it. You read credit, not you yourself, brother JC, but if people read credits, these brothers are still working. Ain't nobody stopped working.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody
got
really
the
start
microphone.
working. And just because my platform ain't on your platform, don't shit on, especially now because you used to dick ride. Like see, man, that's what that shit is. No,
that's blasphemous, yo. That's blasphemous.
Blasphemy. Thank you, brother. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. That's you don't do that shit, man. Like that's just I don't know, man. Like when I started seeing certain things that happen in hip hop, I ain't really like it, but hip hop was evolving.
Let's play a game.
Evolving things.
Play
So
a game.
I don't want it to be what
Radio
I want it
personality.
to be.
Radio personality.
Yeah, it's like, but look, we was the motherfuckers that nobody wanted to play. We was the motherfuckers that nobody wanted to play. See, everybody gets this shit fucked up.
Let's play a game.
When we was young boys, we didn't get to hear our music until after 9 o'clock. Shit wasn't, you might have heard the Sugar Hill Gang, and it was spread sporadically. We had things like MTV when the shit came on. We used to watch MTV all day just to see a Michael Jackson video, bro. So in the process of that, all of the motherfuckers, the crazy shit is, I'm gonna tell y'all, like, y'all put some old motherfucking MTV shit in, I'll bug y'all the fuck out. I'll be in there motherfucking doing the Carlton and all kinds of shit. Because looking for a Michael Jackson video or a Prince video to see one of us, you had to look for an hour span. And at the beginning of MTV, remember, they always used to prelude what was going to be
shown.
Yeah.
I got a game. Let's play this game real quick. Rare Species.
What's up?
Funkmaster Flex. DJ Marley Marl.
Marley Marl all day.
Marley Marl all day. Reason, now listen, see, this is what I'm saying. Because I don't like a motherfucker, I'm trying to be.
I want to be objective.
On a lot. Listen, when I say what I said about Flex and Brother Nonchalant, this is his, not to take anything from his point, because his point was just that. It was the point. I just feel like when motherfuckers really wanted to get put on, it's just like when we was back in the day, Lady B. We wanted to get your tape into Lady B's hands. You wanted to get into Kobe Cole, Cosmic, Strictly Skills, Cabs. You want to get your shit because they're the DJs that can put you on a platform, especially
break your
now.
Record. They can break your record.
They can break your record. So Flex was that dude to go see. And don't get me wrong, like I always thought he was a nerd. I was like, for this nigga to be from the Bronx, and don't get me wrong, Flash came off like a nerd, but Flash had coolness about him.
Right.
Flex just always seemed like, yeah, boy, come on, let's get down. Like, yeah. Look at me.
But Flash was a member of a group, though. See, that's my issue.
Yo, a lot of Philly DJs was down with them too. The Big Dog, the Big Dog something posse. Like that's why I said I'm gonna give him, man, even though I don't like him, his props. So pioneer-wise, forever, I give him his props for being a pioneer. I just think that.
But what is
out of all the other DJs, what I will give him he get a gold star and he get his only award for it. He the biggest hater out of all of them motherfuckers. Not a radio personality, but a DJ. A pioneer, he's the biggest hater. Marley Marl a big everybody to fuck up. And Marley got an ego.
7 better DJs than Funkmaster Flex, yo.
He ain't the greatest DJ.
I'm only going from radio personalities. Funkmaster Flex.
Well, I don't think if you saying radio personality,
yes.
I think Marley Marl wasn't much of a radio personality.
All right, so Mr. Magic then. How about Mr. Magic?
Oh, definitely Mr. Magic, hands down.
Mr. Magic.
Mr. Magic was
Mr. Magic is my legend. Mr. Magic is a legend and a pioneer, but he didn't go as
Funkmaster Flex, Ralph McDaniels.
Ralph McDaniels is the motherfucker. He is the motherfucker right there. He deserves that.
There.
Ralph is the iconic figure, bro. It's not even like a conversation to have. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Like he has
like this is underground. What about Teddy Ted and Special K? That was underground. Back in the day, all right.
That was underground.
Yeah, what about Stretching Bobbito?
Oh yeah.
I was thinking that. I was thinking about Stretching Bobbito.
Yeah. Yeah.
They stuck to the essence of hip hop. They didn't try to change it.
Right.
We're not changing this.
Right.
But yo, just like I watched Brown Sugar like a couple weeks ago, just like the motherfucker said, you want to keep it real, you better go over to Rockets Records.
And you got your DJs.
But like my man from Daylight said, you cry keeping it real, but you should try keeping it right. Stop trying to keep it real. Keep that shit right, bro.
People don't understand that there's a market in keeping it right.
Hold up, Kid Capri.
Kid Capri way better.
Your personality.
Let's go, Clue. Yeah. Let's go, DJ. Let's look.
Yeah, Clue.
As bad as listen, I'm gonna keep this real. I ain't like his bully style, but rest in power, K Slay.
K Slay, yeah.
Motherfucker said,
legendary.
Motherfucker said New York hip hop is dead. I watched Big Up the Math Hoffa in his platform. He said people know his brothers that he had on there was like, yo, hip hop was dead. I mean, New York hip hop died with fucking K Slay not being here no more.
Yo, he was the actual opposite of Flex, bro. He was trying to keep. He was actually keeping hip hop, New York, East Coast, whatever you want to call it.
Who was the voice of the Flavor Unit?
The voice of the Flavor Unit.
Say that again.
The Flavor Unit with Latifah, Lakim Shabazz. I thought they had a radio personality that was keeping them, afloat.
Nah,
you talking about Shakim.
Shakim.
But I don't think
he was just a rapper. Nah, he ain't.
No. Well, you know. What's the name? It was basically Queen Latifah.
We got a lot of shows that used to kick off.
That whole movement got killed though. Not killed. It's probably still a Flavor Unit movement, but when I say that, it's like
Red Alert. All right, there go another one. Red Alert.
Red Alert. Yeah.
Yeah. Like there's DJs that push the culture forward. Red Alert. That's why I said Flex not even on my top. You're not on my Mount Rushmore.
I got one for y'all. Chuck Chill Out.
Chuck Chill Out.
Chuck Chill Out. There you go.
Yo, I'm gonna give another motherfucker that I think I can give a bunch of motherfuckers I think are better DJs than Flex. Evil D was better than Flex to me.
Oh yeah.
Evil D didn't get a whole bunch of what's the name on his set. He played, man, listen, when I say that Flex got over, and this is what I'm not taking away from my own statement because like I said, he put a lot of people, he was responsible, quote unquote, for breaking a lot of music. Flex could play anything. And when he broke your song, like saying like he led you in with a Jay-Z or somebody that was, he was like, yo, I got something new, and dropped your shit, and your shit was, it can keep a motherfucker's head bobbing, balls. It was setting you off. It was putting you right in the thing. Even like listen to Kendrick. When Kendrick blew up, he said, "Tell Flex to drop a bomb on this shit."
Right.
It was like I said, I'm not going to take away from it. It's just
the equivalent of Mr. Magic Rap Attack. It's the equivalent.
There it is. You ain't lying. You ain't lying.
Like,
I mean,
listen to that.
You can piggyback a platform. You can piggyback a platform.
Yeah, you just think all you did was take what Mr. Magic did.
Yeah.
So you're not original. You ain't write rhymes. Right. I mean, if you kick the verse, okay. You got a group of MCs together, okay, that's influential. I got it. But you're not Mr. Magic. You know?
Said, Flex did have his run.
You ain't DJ, you're not DJ Red Alert.
At all.
Come on, man.
Not even
talking
close.
Like you're the biggest, like you're at the top of the food chain and you not.
Right.
It's man, motherfuckers will tell anybody, you do whatever you have to do to keep the checks bringing it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Back in the day, we had DJs that was on the radio for a long period of time. It's just the only thing, like I said, man, just because you eat, man, you don't stop another brother from eating. And it's about, like I said, I can't see myself, if I got a problem with you, if I ever bigged you up and I got a platform like I do now, I don't have to shit on you on my platform.
And that's why there is a thing called...
He don't get no points for what he did to Pete Rock, yo.
Yo, there's a thing called...
It's got too personal, yo.
There's a thing in this equation that's called integrity. You know what I'm saying? And it's pretty much gotten lost. And to me, integrity is doing the right thing when nobody ain't looking. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And like you just said, you just summed it all up. Like, how you gonna talk about a producer? Like it's the it's the one of the major biggest deflects in the world to get people off of you. You know what I mean? Like for you to say one of the best producers, you say, yo, you ain't write your rhymes though. He's not an MC.
He's not an MC.
Right.
How many Pete Rock songs that he actually rhymed on was on like a #1 or crazy, like I said, a list. He still has to today, probably the greatest hip hop classic. I mean, it's debatable. It's definitely debatable, but
right. It's up there though.
Nobody's not gonna put They Reminisce Over You with not in a top 10.
Right.
Nobody. I don't give a fuck. Nobody said.
That's a legendary song.
Yep.
So did Pete Rock rhyme on that? And this the thing about this. And this I can't get involved in what
that down. Wasn't that Pete Rock on that Down with the Kings?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was like, it wasn't no #1. Well, I don't know if it went #1. I don't want to comment on that.
No, Reminisce, Pete Rock didn't rap on that. He did like the ad-libs.
Ad-libs.
But I know that Down with the King was a big song.
Yeah,
and
it was.
I vaguely remember him rocking on that.
But nothing was as big.
Nobody said nothing about Puffy. Nobody said anything about him writing. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but when I heard, when I see the topic come up, I can't give Flex too much about the personal time. But I felt like what I heard was that he was beefing over the CO Smooth shit. Like it was supposed to he didn't go. Listen, if you go back and you listen to, like I said, my favorite albums, some of my favorite albums is Neck and the Soul Brother, Main Ingredient. I mean, CL Smooth is telling you what he was doing through the whole shit. What do you like? It gets to the point that certain things, like, I'm gonna drift off of a point to make a real serious point. Another motherfucker I can't stand is motherfucking Tony Yayo. I think the nigga is mad, like his persona and shit, the way he do shit, like that nigga just annoying. But I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna keep this real, and I mean this shit. He one of the realest down motherfuckers that you gonna ever meet. That motherfucker took a charge for his boy because he knew that. Look at where 50 is. He 8 charges for this nigga. Like, ain't too many people gonna do it. You ain't gotta like him. I don't like him. I don't really like him either. But at the same time, when you talk about real shit and people doing stuff for the greater good or that cause of shit, he didn't do what everybody else that they say motherfuckers that be in positions.
No, he was the weak link in G Unit. Say what it is. But I liked him because I like his wittiness. He was funny.
Yeah.
That's why I like Yayo. He was a good ad-libber. He bounced off of 50 with his little, real talk, they keep trying to compare Griselda to G Unit. They compared Griselda to the Wu-Tang. I compared him to G Unit. Conway ain't nothing but Yayo with lyrical talent. That's all he is.
That's a different way to look at it. That's never been posed, and that's a total. And I give you.
They're not Wu-Tang. No one could ever be Wu-Tang. No one could ever be Wu-Tang. They always try to compare Griselda to Wu-Tang. No, Griselda is basically G Unit. West Side Gun, the least lyrical guy is 50. He built the brand. The Butcher is Lloyd Banks. And the Machine is Yayo with just better lyrical talent. That's how I compare it.
I feel like this. Instead of necessarily comparing them to anyone else, Griselda is Griselda. And Griselda, they movement that they have. They represent a reset of hip hop, bro.
Yeah.
New York East Coast feeling of hip hop. They give that's what they are. And Wu-Tang brought what they brought because it was different. You never had a unit move like that. And G Unit, you didn't have, look at the impact that they had. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who comes out from a group and goes 10 times platinum? Like, motherfuckers knew that whole fucking album, bro. from front to back. Like, whether motherfuckers felt it or that was their thing, that it was like literally like no matter where you went, 50 was being played damn near in everybody's car, like everywhere you was going. So, like I said, man, I don't have to like music, the music that's being played, but I will give credit to where it's due. And I'm not saying I didn't. I used to pump this. I used to have that shit rocking too. So I'm not above that shit, man. Like I feel like give credit where it's due. But Griselda's movement, Griselda's eating in a different era. You know what I'm saying? Money different. Yesterday's price is not today's price. They definitely eating, but impactful wise, the Wu was large. 50 in his movement, G Unit was large. Griselda's large for now. You know what I'm saying? Not for now, but they large in this era right now. So I don't compare none of them to them, man. They all were impactful on different times of hip hop.
Yes, sir.
But like I said, man, I don't want to never come off hypocritical about stuff. It's just certain things like it's certain things that like I honor, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like for sacrifice for your peoples and stuff like that. That's why, like I said, I'm no Tony Yayo fan. I don't know that his music. Nothing. I just felt like, man, how many people would do that shit? Like, how many people would
Mostly done.
How many people would recognize that they're the weakest link and take a charge? You know what I'm saying? Some motherfuckers sit around think they the man and they the weakest link. So, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, but brother JC, if we get ready to sign off, let's do it honorably. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It was a good one though, especially
Great.
you know.
Good one. Yep.
It was definitely a good one.
My bad, short and sweet. My boo thing here.
Good.
My boo thing here.
Yeah. Hey, we see the clock, brother.
Yeah.
We know it.
Y'all terrible for that. Hey, yo, real quick update tours. I'm gonna be at the Prudential on Friday. Then we're gonna lock that Corey Holcomb in.
All right. What's at the Prudential Friday?
Friday, I'm going to Chris Rock and Kevin Hart on Friday.
All right.
Chris Rock, they together?
Yes, Friday.
Damn, what kind of you got a comedy? You got a comedy and fucking West Nation. That's different.
PNC Arson on Saturday.
Nah, they both comedians. Why would you think they was together?
I thought you said Chris Rock. I'm nice. I thought Chris Brown.
Hey, I'm
thinking Chris Brown and shit. Like, I'm bugging.
Down on my supply, matter of fact. I'm down on my supply.
Shit.
All right.
So that's the update. The Horsemen will be at Corey Holcomb August 13th. I don't know the venue, but we're going to talk about it moving forward.
For sure. Much more. This is
Absolutely.
Real Bar Talk, the Horsemen, signing off.
Brother JC, Papa Smurf signing off.
Exact truth. Signing off. Living, loving
Peace,
life.
fellas.
Peace.
See y'all next Tuesday.
100.